Hi everybody, welcome back to Vlogmas 2022, where I am posting either a video or a live stream every day in the month of December. One of the things I'm doing this month is wrapping up kind of my year of planner reviews. I'm still going to keep reviewing planners, but I had a whole bunch kind of waiting to get reviewed by the end of the year. And most of these are suggestions from my audience, things I'd never even heard of before, and this is definitely one of those. Before we get into this planner, I do want to make sure that if you haven't already checked it out, I am doing 25 days of planner giveaways from the 1st through the 25th of December. So if you're watching this video the day that it goes live on the 9th, I still have plenty of giveaways happening, and this one will be included in those giveaways. So go check out my YouTube community tab. That's where the giveaways are happening. And then over on the community tab and on Instagram at Llama Letters is the schedule of what planners are going up when. Each day the giveaway happens, and then by the next day, hopefully I have picked a winner and sent it out. So make sure you do that. It's my thank you to all of you for all of your support over this year and the previous years. Let's talk about this planner because this one is nifty. I should say up front, I bought this with my own money. As per usual, not sponsored, I don't take sponsorships, and all of my opinions are uncensored and my own. This was recommended to me by several of you, and I had never gotten around to ordering it, and I finally did, and here it is. This is probably one of the more different plan. And actually, I would say that all the planners I'm reviewing in December, for the most part, tend to be a little different. So that's neat because sometimes planners start to feel samey-same. This is definitely not samey-same. And I haven't even really gone through it yet, but I already know that. This is the Hero's Journal. From the website, it says the Hero's Journal is a 91-day planner and journal hybrid that helps you turn ordinary goals into epic quests. It's perfect for anyone who has struggled with traditional journaling methods, the exhaustion of toxic productivity, or the overwhelm of designing a journal from a blank page, which feels like there's some of you out there that would be into this. When you go to the website, you have 3 different stories, quote unquote, to choose from. There's the Astoria Magic Academy, where you're at a wizarding school and you need to save the school from an ancient forest run amok. They said that it's for people who like Harry Potter or things of that nature. I would imagine maybe the Wizards of Waverly Place. I've never seen that. I don't know what it's about, but I'm assuming it may be similar to that. Maybe Percy Jackson. Again, not really sure what it's about, but vague ideas from what my kids said to me. The second one is Galaxy of Astoria, adventure across the galaxy to save it from the Shadow Corporation, which I almost ordered because it's for people who are into Star Trek. And I, myself, am into Star Trek and Star Wars, other galaxy hopping situations like this. I bet if you like Douglas Adams, it might be one that you could go for. But I ordered this one, which I think was their original one. This is the Legend of Astoria, which takes place in the high fantasy land of Astoria. You have to save the land from a mighty dragon. And this one, they said, is for fans of D&D, World of Warcraft, The Legend of Zelda, adventuring games like that, which I don't play D&D, even though both my kids do and my husband has. But I do enjoy me some World of Warcraft and some Legend of Zelda, so it works. This cover is really adorable. That's kind of the storyline behind these planners. Now for some more of the information from the website. $50 for one planner, which is pricey. I have looked into a bunch of planners recently that are either quarterly or 3 times a year or whatever, and they can all be very pricey. So if this is something you're interested in but you can't afford that, definitely wait for the giveaway that's coming this month. $50 for one. They have a ton of different bundles on the website in terms of buying one of each of the stories or buying their digital PDFs. I don't know if they sell them separately, but that might be a cheaper way to go about this if you want this but can't afford it. They also sell side quest decks, which you can use alongside your planner. Lots of bundles to save you money there. So definitely, if this is something you look like you're interested in, go check out the website. There's a lot there to dig through. When it comes to the colors of the journal, because this is the box, this isn't even the journal. When it comes to the colors of the journal, Legend, which is this one, and Magic, the school one, have 3 different colors, and Galaxy has 4. The one I got was Wildwood Green. It's A5 size, 5.5 by 8 inches, with a beautiful durable linen cover with gold foiling on cover and spine, 91 undated daily pages with unique art and a unique quote on each page, 224 total pages of 110 GSM ivory no bleed paper, bookmark ribbon, closing elastic band, collectible box with magnetic clasp closure, QR code to lead you to our helpful getting started guide and videos, and an invitation to join our free community of over 11,000 heroes. So let's take a look. This is the collectible box. My kid came down here when I was about to start filming this and was like, oh, that's cute. And I'm like, well, I'll give this to you, but every time I give you a planner, you never wind up using it. They're like, okay, give it to someone in your community, but that's really cute, Mom. It is very cute. These little, like, raccoony looking dudes. So on the butt here, it has a Bertie Ashton quote, heroes are made by the paths they choose, not the powers they are graced with. And then on the other side is a Gandalf quote. All we have to decide is what to do with the time given us. This is also for fans of Lord of the Rings, P.S. The side says the hero's journal. Adventure awaits on this side, and then the back has some information about the actual layout of the planner with visual storytelling, chapter breaks that prompt you to level up your stats, gamify your goal, and develop your character like D&D, but better, and then colorable pages. So the side has a clasp. It's magnetic. It opens. Here's your QR code and everything else, and then here is the actual journal. It also comes with a bookmark of some sort, and the bookmark has a habit tracker on the back that looks like it's got room for 7 habits with 31 days worth of checking off. This is the actual planner itself. It definitely has a linen feel cover with the green embossing, very Legend of Zelda looking. I almost ordered one of the ones for this Legend of Historia. I don't think it's the same for the other ones. There's like a brown, like fake leather looking journal, $10 more. I was like, ooh, but then the green's one of my favorite colors. These are my high school colors, and this feels like a Legend of Zelda book, so I'm okay with it. Very thick and substantial feeling. Feels kind of like an Archer and Olive journal, not gonna lie. Here's your band, nice and snug, but still has some room to grow in case you add stickers and shit to it. Oh, that's pretty. So this is the land of Historia. Apparently Humble Hills is where you adventure from, according to the website. And the Perilous Peaks. There's all these. This is nifty. It's very Lord of the Rings looking, inspired. The land of Historia. It feels like I opened up one of my fantasy novels. I'm into it. I dig it. The Hero's Journal, created by these guys. Copywriting, publishing, etc. This journal belongs to, with contact info, definitely ivory pages, which I'm not actually a fan of, but I think it fits the like vibe of this planner. Here's your welcome page. I like how they have their little costumes on. It's like your owl bringing you, this is, okay. As somebody who loves fantasy, this is fucking cute. Stories are as old as humanity itself, and no stories are more important than the ones we tell about ourselves. So this book is meant to help you tell a new story about yourself and your quest to achieve your goals, and this journal will be your companion to keep you focused, guide you through obstacles, and help you become the hero of your story. Once upon a time in the land of Historia, so here's your opening page, and that's supposed to be you. Your call to adventure. Is your name Yew? Y-E-W. An opportunity to uncover your greater purpose, your reason for having this journal, your reason. It could be your why, like if you're turning this into goal setting speak. Refusal of the call. So what is the cost of not accepting your... This feels a lot like goal planning prep work, but done in this style. What will your life look like in 3 months if you refuse the call of your why or of your goals? If you accepted it, what progress could be made in 3 months' time? What is the worst possible thing that could happen if you... Yeah, this feels like some of the prep work in the power sheets, just rephrased to sound less new agey Christian-y and more Lord of the Rings. And the little sad man who's sad because he didn't answer his call. Finding your... Okay, so this must be the goal that you want to work on for the next 3 months. Why? What would happen if you didn't do it? And then your North Star could be your why. Defining your quest, accepting your quest, which gives you like an opportunity to accept the thing that you want to do. And then here's your daily page, like working your way through. It even has stuff to say about like what day it is. So we'll look a little bit deeper at all of this once we get to the actual pages. For chapters, on your quest, chapters come after every 7 daily pages. So maybe like a weekly refresh kind of thing. On these, you answer the 2 reflection questions and complete the level up exercise. And the level up exercise, circle the experience points you achieved this week. This is so cute. Oh my God. This exercise helps you keep track of your character development and take inventory of the helpful tools and allies that have come to your aid. It's not about rating how you performed this week. It's about the benefits you feel as you reflect on the progress you've made. This is really cute. This would be great for like a teenager. Like a nerdy teenager. Not maybe a teenager who's too cool for this. And so then this takes you through Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, which I'm wondering if that's like kind of like months maybe. But it takes you to different parts of this map. Humble Hills, Act 1. And you can color some of these pages too. Like all of these pages have space for coloring. I wonder if they look different. Yeah, they look different based on where you are. So like your page has the background. So this first page shows you in Humble Hills. And then this first layout actually has little instructions that kind of reflect what was on that previous spread to help you know. And then once you're, thankfully, this does bother me about some planners, these don't continue, which I like. I would prefer to not have the instructions on every single page because when you're 90 days through a planner, chances are you remember the instructions or you don't give a fuck about them. So up here it says write today's date and circle the day of the week, adventure at your own pace. Then this is a spot for your daily agenda. This is just lines. It could be hourly, but it also could just be a to-do list. It says chronicle, visualize, and prioritize your journey with a schedule or a list. Today, write down 3 things that inspire you, make you happy, or remind you that you're a hero. So it's gratitude framed that way. Down here, write the positive forces that bring you closer to your goals, like coffee or friends. So your ally could be coffee. My ally is always coffee. At the top, we got my quest. Write your quest every day to remind you of what you're trying to accomplish. So whatever goal you're working on. I imagine that if this planner was going to really work for you, you want to focus kind of on one thing. You probably could make it a bunch of things if you want to, if you can frame it that way. But I feel like the methodology of this, at least in what I've seen so far, could really be maximized if you focused on one specific goal. To seize the day, you have a list for 3 things. List the top 3 tasks that define a successful day with the most important one first. And you got check boxes. So whatever top 3 you want to accomplish that day. This quote here changes every day. This first one is a Bilbo Baggins quote. It says to get insight from heroes that have come before you. I wonder if they're all fantasy related. Peter Pan. Oh, that's Rainer Maria Rilke. That's a poet. Cheshire Cat, Sirius Black, Joseph Campbell, George R.R. Martin. So it looks like it's a mixture of things. Then for your notes section, which is dot grid, and the dot grid looks to be just under 5 millimeters. It's not the most even looking dot grid in the world. It almost looks hand-drawn. Release your thoughts, track your tasks, or catalog the new critters and creatures you encounter in this notes section. And then in the bottom here, write any obstacles that distract you from what you want to accomplish, like social media and junk food. Social media is always my threat. It says that the art changes every day. So this is the same, like this is like a farming looking situation. And then it looks like neighbors came out. And then it looks like the little guy is now leaving. And now it's nighttime. This is cute. This is very cute. And so that's what the weekly looks like. Then you go for your 7 days and your chapter is complete. So this chapter complete page is the one that gives you the things you experienced in the last chapter. So the last week, your reflections. +1 strength, progressed quest, seize the day, or ate the frogs. Dexterity, felt lighter or more energized. Constitution, felt healthier or improved fitness. Wisdom, felt more creative or learned new things. Charisma, improved relationships or increased confidence. And then on this page, you've got 2 reflections. The first one is, are they different? Every week, the reflections questions change based on where you are in your quest, which I find very cool. This actually might be reflections I would be willing to keep up with and not fall back on so much. And this one seems to be mostly focused on stepping out of your comfort zone, starting your quest, and going off on an adventure. Just to kind of flip through so you can see a little bit more of the art. So it looks like at the end of your last week of the act, there is no reflection, like the weekly reflections and everything is not here, but it looks like you're moving on to your next stage of your journey. Want to name the previous act, the story that you just progressed through. Give a title at the beginning of it. And here is just some information. you, climbers, the mentor, blah, blah, blah. So this is some information about the different characters in the story and the things that you've come across. On this side shows that you're entering into the next act, the next section. So it's not really a reflection as much as it is kind of like a pausing moment. But then you continue on. Some of these are really dark. Oh, I wonder where you are. Spooky. Here's the end of Act 2. Again, name your story, and it gives you some more highlights of some of the people and the things you've missed. And then at the end of Act 3, do I want to spoil it? Maybe I don't want to spoil what happens at the end of Act 3, but it gives you an opportunity to write about your adventure. You're back at Humble Hills. Here's your ending stuff, your proclamation of stuff, and then you have a handful of notes pages with some little illustrations on some of them. You also have a page marker, which is yellow in this book. And then at the end, you have the same map, but this time you have a pocket. And that is the end of the journal, and this thing is adorable. We'll talk more about this in a minute. Let's do a pen test. This paper does not have a lot of tooth to it. It feels fairly smooth, and it is extremely ivory. This would actually be fun, I think, to write in like a sepia-toned marker, or like a sepia-toned pen, because I feel like that would really kind of add to like the aged vibe. But I'm going to test it with the pens that I usually test with. A Pentel Energel RTX 07 gel pen, a Staedtler Pigment Liner 01 fine liner, Tombow Dual Brush Marker, Zig Clean Color Dot Pen, and a Zebra Mild Liner. Okay, a couple of things. I'm heavy-handed. I did a hard and then a light and then a hard press of the dot marker and then a single and a double pass of the highlighter. I'll also mention that I did another pen test with a different planner with white paper earlier today. These colors, the ivory doesn't seem to be affecting them all that much. So it's not noticeable, at least to me. Oh, this is not a good spot to do it, but there is a little bleed through at the very start of the second passover. And it looks like pretty... like some ghosting with the Zig Clean Color Dot Marker, the highlighter, and the Tombow, but it's not bleeding through. Ghosting, but not bleeding through. As for the markers, the writing pens, they both have ridges, and there's a slight amount of shadow. So I actually think that shadowing, normally I'm not a big fan of ghosting or shadowing if I want a thicker paper. I think ghosting and shadowing might actually add to like the used kind of fantasy of this book, personally. Anyway, this is probably one of the coolest planners I've ever seen. As somebody who is admittedly very nerdly, this is a very cool planner. It's not for me. It's a lot more complicated, a lot more prescribed than I prefer in my planners. I can see this working really well for some people, especially people who might struggle with some executive dysfunction, like some executive function, but are really into the fantasy of things. That could be very, very cool. I'm very interested in the other two. If you are interested in me looking at the other two stories of this, let me know and I might order them and review them in 2023. Part of me just wants an excuse to, because I think that this one is super rad. We shall see. In the meantime, I'm not going to be keeping this. Like I said, it's not for me. And even though I think my kids would both really like it, I also don't think my kids would really use it. So if you think you could use this, be sure to check out my 25 days of planner giveaways. This guy should be coming up soon after this video goes live. So yeah, go check it out. But in the meantime, let me know if you want to see the wizarding and the space travels of this or any other planners you'd like me to take a look at in 2023. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, friends, peace.